All right, we're back on Central Valley Talk. I'm Mike Scott, joined now by Brandi Shelton from Solarplus Systems. We've had a lot of guests on from different solar companies over the years, but guess what? Their first solar installation was back in 1991.
Right.
Not one of these fly-by-night companies that's come into town the past few months.
No.
You guys have been here.
Yes.
And you said you will be here.
We love this community, and we don't intend to leave. We've got a ranch up in the hills, and in fact, we run our business out of there to keep our costs low. If we keep our costs low, we can pass it on to the customers, yeah.
Now, your husband, you told me, has been an electrician for many, many, many years.
He's been a master electrician for 40 years.
40 years. But 25 of that in the solar business, too. That's a long...
Right.
I'd be hard-pressed to find many people that have been involved in solar in this area for 25 years.
He's a third-generation electrician to boot, and his passion has always been solar. From the very first time we met, it was solar, 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 solar. And so when he installed that, it was like, okay, now I'm going to do solar.
And now your sons are involved in the business, too.
Yes, yes.
So it really is a family operation.
My eldest stepson comes and helps out whenever we need an extra hand. My second stepson, he lives in Kentucky, and he does all the CAD drawings for us.
Ah.
And then our youngest son, our son, he's out there running around doing anything he can to help Dad.
And you said Dad is a perfectionist. When he's on these
Oh,
jobs, he makes sure everything is just right.
Oh, yes. He is. He's always been that way. He takes great pride in his work. And he's done such a variety of things besides solar. He was even in the business with Disney World and all those, doing different things. We spent a couple months in Thailand as he worked on a place over there doing special effects. So he knows a lot of stuff, and he's taken a lot of classes. He said you could never stop learning. And so he's taken classes to keep up on all the new technology and to learn to be the best. And that's what he is. And that's just not a wife speaking, that's people that know him.
Well, and you back it up with a 25-year guarantee on any
Totally.
solar system you install.
Including workmanship. And we use Solar World because they are the absolute best.
American-made?
American-made. The first panel we ever installed, they were called Arco then, and the man that started Solar World, which had a different long name at the time, but he's considered the Henry Ford of the solar world. So you're starting from the very beginning. And they do everything. They grow their own crystals to make the solar tiles.
Huh.
It's the only factory in the world, solar factory in the world, that does this. So they are quite good at what they do. We went through their factory at the Authorized Installer Summit. We are authorized Solar World installers, which we take great pride in having that because they examined our systems to see if they would meet with their stringent qualifications.
He did, obviously.
Obviously, of course. And when we went through the factory, we were amazed. We went through with goggles and hair nets. Terry went, hair net?
It has to be a clean environment, right?
Yeah, that is one of the things that in the making of a solar panel that can cause it problems down the line. If it's not a clean environment, just a piece of hair could cause problems. And they inspect every panel at every phase of the process. Human hands only touch it once.
Wow.
And then we use solar edge inverters, which wake up the panels earlier and put them to sleep later.
Squeeze everything out of it you
Yeah,
can.
and they're engineered in Israel, and Israel's become quite good with all their people being in the Army, and then they learn all sorts of things, and it's amazing the engineering they've done in all fields. But they have been in solar since 1948 because they needed water back in 48 and they had nowhere to get it. So They went into solar, and they've been in solar ever since. And that's 67 years. I'm aging myself.
That's all right. That's all right. You wanted to touch on all the advertising that's out there for different solar companies, and a lot of it, you say, is false advertising.
Yes, yeah. They advertise these unbelievable prices, and they are unbelievable prices. One company out there is advertising like, your payment will be like 7 cents a kilowatt. We figured this out. This does not pencil out.
Well, what would be what's a realistic price in your opinion?
A realistic price, because you have to take, what we do is we get 1 year of your electric bills. We put it into this program called OnGrid, and it figures out everything. It figures out the size of the system, makes allowances for this. Tile roofs cost a little more. Ground mounts vary depending on where they are in this valley, because we know there's a lot of hardpan. And so what we do is, after we get all that, we go out, we talk to the customer, find out what they want to do. Do you just want to cut your top tiers? Do you want to cut your whole bill? And this is what we tell our customers, and this is what I tell my salespeople. If you go out and lie to them, you're gone. If you pressure them, you're gone. We do not pressure. We go out, we talk to you, we show you what we have, we give you our paperwork, and then we tell you, go to your financial advisor, your accountant, your lawyer, whatever makes you comfortable. Our contract isn't that difficult. It comes right off our OnGrid. And check us out. We're not going to pressure them. We want them to check the figures to see if it is going to benefit them. We use the Hero PACE program, and we use Admiral Bank's Title I program. That way, with the Hero PACE program, if you've got equity in your house, you don't have to worry about your credit score. You've got to have 10% equity. If you don't have any equity, but you have a 650 or higher credit score, Admiral Bank will loan on that basis on a Title I. So we try to be as fair as possible. I mean, we've got to live in this valley forever. But the valley is our family. We have, we serve both Fresno and Madera counties. We have family in Madera County also. My mother-in-law's sister's family is over there, and she has been there for 70 years. She's 98 years old. And
does she have solar?
No, but she does not live in her own home anymore.
Ah, okay.
Because she's now blind.
Oh.
But she is living with her granddaughter and her husband, who operates Pearls. And we were out there about a month ago, right before we went up to Oregon to Solar World. And he says, "Oh, I need solar." So we were looking at his patio roof, because there's a lot more places to put solar than the roof and the ground. If you don't have the room, hey, let's make you a patio cover, a lanai, something like that.
There's
a
always
garage,
options.
A carport.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of wonderful options.
All right.
But we cannot do shake roofs. That's why we have these other options.
The shake roof has to come off first. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just not strong enough.
Yeah, I understand. Well, Brandi, thank you so much. How can folks find out more about Solarplus?
All they need to do is call, and it is the best, call me, and then I can direct them to have one of the salespeople come out. And it is in the foothills. You call 855-3685. And if you're not in the foothills, call 999-5715. And that's my direct line.
Awesome. Brandi Shelton, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Solar Plus Systems, right here on Central Valley Talk.